This is from the 17th of June, 2024, by the way.
Facing one of its most perilous chapters since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion, with Moscow's offensive getting ever more.
One of the most annoying parts about like having any sort of nuanced opinion on this shit is the very same things that people say about like talking about the plight of Palestinians or talking about like Palestinian sovereignty is immediately people go, oh, you fucking love terrorism. Like you love the bad guys and you hate the good guys. And it's the same, like me talking about this shit back then was met with people saying like, oh, this is Russian propaganda. It's always a thought terminating cliche.
Intense. The Ukrainian army desperately needs to enlist more troops, but more than 2 years into the war is struggling to...
One evil way in which Putin also wins is demolishing morals. A lot of soldiers Google Putin Trump news on a daily basis before going on assaults. It's in their phone search history. Sad stuff. Had a bet with my friend, which they lost because they thought Trump would wrap this up in 100 days coming into office. Yeah, there was 0% chance. There was 0% chance Trump was wrapping this up because he has... Dude, the greatest example here is Israel. Trump has an endless amount of power over Israel. Trump does not have a lot of power over Russia. Obviously, the maximalist position, but not even the maximalist position, but close to the maximalist position of resisting against Russia happened under the Brandon administration, and that didn't actually yield the results that people thought it would get. Trump has no motion with Russia. There's not really anything he can do. It ends when Russia says it ends. Like, we've already maxed out on the fucking sanctions against Russia. And clearly, there are very, not even like super sophisticated, but there's just like a very successful means of avoiding said sanctions. And while there is attrition, and while this is not like, while this has been a costly endeavor for Russia as well, it's clear that they have more fucking manpower. They do.
Find willing volunteers. Our correspondent, Jean McKenzie, reports from the city of Odessa.
At Sergei's wedding, it wasn't just the weather that didn't go to plan. Half of the guests didn't show up. Going out in public is now too risky for men who don't want to enlist. But the bride, Tanya, understands why her friends and family don't want to fight. Her father was killed on the front line.
Are you afraid that you might be caught and sent?
Yes, I'm afraid. I'm also afraid.
Of course I'm afraid too and don't want it. It happened twice in my family.
Public transport has become a no-go for those trying to avoid the draft. Conscription officers have a fearsome reputation for dragging people off buses and taking them to conscription centres. These officers are on the hunt for draft dodgers. It's hard to find willing soldiers these days, so now it's the law for men to register so they can be called up.
Are you part of the problem? Because people are hiding from you, they're scared of you.
Look, some people react aggressively towards us. Others run away from us. This happens often. I don't think these people have been well brought up.
These guys are having a pretty difficult time finding people who are eligible to serve, and they do accept that some people are hiding from them, but they are urging men to come forward because they say everybody has to play their part in defending this country.
Behind these walls, men are hiding at the very moment the Ukrainian army needs them the most. Russia, with its superior manpower, is on the offensive. This is Vova. He won't leave the house without checking these social media groups, which tell him where the officers are.
Я не гуляю на улице, в принципе.
I don't walk outside at all now, unless I'm with my daughter, because they don't take people with their children.
The Ukrainian army says that it needs people like you to fight if it is to win this war.
Я не военный человек.
I'm not a military person. I've never held a weapon. I don't think I'd be useful on the front line, but I know if I get drafted, this is where I'll be sent.
These men who are hiding, I don't consider them men. What are they waiting for?
Vlad was badly injured serving on the front line.
If we run out of men, the enemy will come to their homes, they will rape their women and kill their children.
Recruitment posters line the streets of Odessa. The message, together to victory. But Ukraine is now divided between those who are prepared to fight and those who would rather run or hide.
This, by the way, is from a year ago, okay? This was from a year ago. And when I was saying, like, there is the same appetite that once existed for continuing the fight is long gone due to what the battle lines look like, due to the attrition kicking in, due to the lack of manpower in Ukraine. This is what I'm talking about. This is also part of the reason why Donald Trump keeps saying, you have no cards, you don't own the cards, you don't have the cards, all this shit. Okay? To be fair, what we see here is just for the camera team. I see dozens of videos daily where they force people, men in vans, sometimes leaving their children on the street. Yeah, I'm sure it's gotten worse in the past year or two. Isn't it the same in Russia? It's probably worse in Russia, but it doesn't matter. Russia gets to do it because Russia's not, like, Russia gets to just do it. Do you understand what I mean? Like, what can we do? Like... You see what I'm saying? Is Trump wrong when he says they have no cards? Yeah, of course. He's not wrong. He's not wrong about that. But the way he's going about this is also self-defeating. The way he should be going about it is to apply pressure to what do you call it? The other parties involved in this, specifically China. You know what I mean? Get China to the table, get Russia to the table, and cut a deal. But instead, he's also aggressively fighting China because the part of his goal is to, part of his larger goal is to actually attack China. So good luck.